All right, everyone, how about 3 cards and a bottom card with me? Let's see where we go here. Let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy. I don't know. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. What do you want to tell my people? Anything? Magician. I'm always waiting for the day where it says nothing. I don't want to tell them anything, Steve. Okay, that's fine. Not today, though. Magician crossed by the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Something that was once difficult for you is about to become very easy. I don't know. I have no idea. As Bill Murray said in a classic Saturday Night Live when he played Hercules and he was all out of shape, give me 6 months, then I can move the boulder. Right? Yeah, well, it's been 6 months. You can now move the boulder, apparently. I don't know. Let's see where we go here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline, so it might play out. You know, I'm not divining that far out. I never go more than 6 weeks or so here, but all bets are off, really. I don't. It depends. Some people are very slow on their timeline. Slow to learn lessons. Depends how fast you learn lessons in life and clear up karmic debt. All right? Very few of us have come into this lifetime with 0 karmic debt. Right? I'll tell you what. All right, here we go. Those are the mistakes. We remake them in different ways, but we remake them. Hopefully we clean them up quickly. You don't retain the memories of the past life per se, as far as like in your mind, but you do retain the wisdom. Something about things will feel familiar and you won't, oh, I'm going to go left this time. I don't know why, but my instincts say go left, right? Whereas you went right last time and fell off a cliff. Right? All right, let's see where we go. That's enough of that. Come on now. I thought I timed it perfectly where I'd finished shuffling. Oh, well. Bottom of the deck, crossing the center card I'm going to pull is a Knight of Cups. Something that was once difficult for you is going to be quite easy. You're going to find it quite easy in the coming energies in the very near future, or could be present for you. It might be recent past. I don't know. Hangman, you're going to get a new perspective on... I believe this is your energy moving forward. I think for some of you, I'll give you an example. Again, just catch my drift. It can play out 1,000 different ways, but if you were always afraid to ask someone out or confess to someone how you feel, that kind of a thing, it's simple. Like that in this energy. You'd be like me saying I love you. I'm very, very good at telling people how I feel. It's a piece of cake for me. It always has been, really, except for when I was just very little. But aside from that, it always has been very easy. I think for you, it's effortless. Something about sharing your emotions, sharing something, doing something cup-related is easier for you in this energy than it has been. All right? You can move that boulder. Right? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it's a phone call you need to make. Maybe it's asserting yourself in an interview. I have no idea. Let's see. This will be crossing the center card I pull. But yeah, you got a new perspective on that right there. That's nice. I love it. Let's go. The moon. What did I just say? Rewind. Why am I your second favorite? I don't know. People don't always like what I have to say, but come on. That's why I throw the cards. It's fear. Oh, this didn't work out last time. Try again, motherfucker. All right, something's going to be much easier. You got a new perspective now on it. This does to me feel like it's you moving away from me. So it's not somebody coming towards you. But whatever this is great. Conquer your fears within reason. I'm still not an advocate of stupid risks. You know what I'm saying? Like bungee jumping and shit like that. That's not how I want to go. I might not. I probably won't. I'm sure there's safety measures and the thing's not going to break and all that stuff. And I'm not afraid to do it. My logic receptors kick in and I go, this is stupid. Even if in the small chance it did break, this is not how I want to go. You know, it's just not, it's not what I want to have happen. I'll be very pissed in my energetic state going, why the fuck did I do that? Right? That's all. That's just me. But hey, it is what it is. But overall, conquer your fears. All right, here we go. 3 of Cups. Just try not to do anything stupid or unnecessary. Unnecessary, right? The World. These are big cards, you guys. I mean, I don't talk about anything that's not part of the energy. Maybe you realize that you're not really afraid to do something. You just think it's dumb. Maybe you realize that. I don't know. Maybe you sort of go, hey, that's not the way I want to go. I don't know. I have no idea. But you pull something off that you couldn't pull off before. That's what the energy is saying. There's no way to pinpoint this. This is one of those fucking reads. I wish it was just one person sitting across from me. But at the end of the day here, in this energy, what didn't go well for you goes well. It's something emotional. It's about an emotional approach. It's about probably asking somebody out, because this is my card if somebody wants to ask you out. Now, can it be an incoming energy? Could I be wrong? Yes, it can be. It can be somebody now has a new perspective on a fear they have of approaching you, and they approach you and ask you out. I don't know. It is possible. I don't read that Knight of Cups that way. I'm just being honest. All right, so let's clarify. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Wow. I mean, cool. You're conquering a fear here at the end of the day. All right, in this energy. I believe it. All right. It's a very end of the world energy. I got REM in my head. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. It's that's what's here. You feel like you got nothing to lose. And they say, I'm just going to go for it. And it works out well. You land on your feet. Good for you. Right? I don't know. Three of Cups. It could be somebody approaching you, but I'll tell you what, I hope it isn't. Because if it's you, it's a better read. I'm more concerned with you raising your vibration and you being a better person and you living a great life and you learning all the energetic hacks, life hacks that I give you on this channel than I am some fucker who's attached to you, ran from you, made you cry in a corner with whiskey. I mean, the DMs are learning very slow. We learned earlier from an energy weather update, they're still coming up with excuses as to why they weren't listening to a devil inside their head or outside or whatever. So the Death card. Yeah. Something transforms into something else. There's an energy. By you doing this, you change everything. Can I just put it that way? Can I be dramatic? I can. Okay. It's entertaining too. How about that? What's on top? You change your whole life. By you doing this, you change everything. And this is everything. And the kid pulls everything after he says that. Yeah. 10 Pentacles. Wow. Why is that here? The Queen of Pentacles. It's one of those things, I'm not sure what this is. And I am being dramatic, but it's fairly accurate. I'm not sure what specifically this is. It's going to play out, it could play out 1,000 different ways for 1,000 different people. But whatever it is, it leaves you with a feeling of, well, if I could do that, it's something you didn't think you could do. Well, if I could do that, what else can I do? It's sort of like, I use the example sometimes of all of a sudden you got Spider-Man powers, right? You climb a wall. Imagine what it would have been like for him when he first got those powers. He's climbing the wall. And he's like, well, shit, what else can I do? Right? Am I stronger? Can I run faster? Can I, whatever, you start trying different things. This changes your life, just doing this. It's that moment in Back to the Future where George punches out Biff, and that wasn't supposed to happen. That didn't happen the first time. And so when they got back to 1985, all of a sudden, Biff is some quiet, meek little fucker who's getting slapped around by George, and George is in the tennis outfit and all that. It's that kind of energy. That's all. It's just a way to describe it. It's no big deal. But that's what this is. Once you do this, and you have the bravery is there for you to do it. Your perspective on it is different. You're not afraid of it anymore. It's like asking people out. Sometimes it's just a matter of perspective. Right? You're afraid they're going to say no. That's why you don't ask them out. Well, you don't have them anyway. So if you don't ask them out, the answer is definitely no. So if you do ask them out and they say no, you're even. You end up where you were in the first place. If they say yes, then you come out on top. See, sometimes just some perspective shows you how stupid it is to not at least try. Right? You don't have them. If you don't try, you don't get. And if you try and you don't get, you didn't have anyway. So what's the difference? And you get some kind of perspective, pure logic, perspective like that on something you've been afraid to do. I don't know. You just felt it wasn't going to work out. You felt there were too many variables you didn't know. Too many chances, right? Whatever it is, once you do this, and I see this, a whole new lease on life right there with the Ace of Cups. And you wonder, what else can I do? What other powers do I have? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's pull on your fear, which goes away. I mean, these two are read together. This is the world. Changes everything. A cycle of fear is ending. It's a new you from here on, motherfucker. And this is, I say motherfucker with love. I'm in awe right here of this energy. It's a new you from here on. Oh, that's unreal. Okay, let's pull on the old fear here. The moon. I think maybe as well with the moon here with this, while you're doing this, you get this new perspective, you do this, you just go for it. While you're doing it and making it happen, I don't think you realize the chain of events you're setting into motion. Right? This is a ripple effect on crack. You know, it's life-changing, big time. Makes you very powerful. You feel very powerful. Whatever this is. You conquer a fear, you always feel powerful. You know. Here we go. The moon, why is it here? I mean, we're afraid to do a lot of things. That's why I say apply common sense. You know, I'm afraid to walk up to a 7-foot tall, 400-pound man and call him a fucker. Right? I'm afraid to do that. I'm a peanut next to that man. Well, I'm probably not going to conquer that fear. I'm not just going to walk, hello, giant. How are you, you fucker? Right? I'm not going to do it. Right? That's just stupid. Well, it's an extreme example, but I want you to catch my drift about not being stupid. You know? It is what it is. Make sure it's worth it, conquering the fear. That's all. Whatever this is definitely fucking worth it. All right. So there's some things we're afraid of that justifiably so we should be. Right. The moon, why is it here? Yeah, nervous. You've been nervous to do this. It's my Page of Pentacles. Nervous. Worried about every word they're going to say. We don't get this energy very often anymore off of this. We used to when I first got here. Nervous about every word they're going to say. You were nervous to do this before, not in this energy. What's on top? The Five of Pentacles. You thought you'd lose out. You thought, well, if they say no, I'll feel terrible. Okay, yeah, maybe. But why? See, that's the thing. That ties over to what some people's argument, I'm sure, for what I was saying about, well, I'm nervous to ask somebody out. I get what you're saying, Steve. I don't have them anyway. So if they say no, I still don't have anything. But I'm still going to be sad. If they say no, then I'm going to be hurt. Why? All you have to do is rechannel the energy. You can't control the energies that come in. Yeah, that's going to come in. But what's also going to come in is the power that you push through a fear to go do something. Why not channel that rather than this? Right? People channel the wrong energies. I mean, it's not my place to tell people how to feel. But most people, in my observations, feel the wrong things. You know, the energy of conquering a fear is also there. You can choose to feel that and soak in that energy, right? Okay. I'm just saying, try to take a long view. All right, here we go. Five of Pentacles. There's more than one energy present at any given time. There's more than one way to feel about something. In fact, there's shitloads of them. That's what makes pulling general readings difficult. Same energy can play out 1,000 different ways. You can go to a funeral and be sad. You can. You can cry. You can go to a funeral and find some humor in it. Maybe the person died in a funny way, or they did something funny and you choose to focus on that. You could choose how you react to the energies around you. You can't choose the energies that are there. That's all. Pay attention to what I said here. You conquered a fear. Channel that. Feed off of that energy. It changes your life. You start thinking, what else can I do? Conquer a fear. Just don't be stupid about it. right? Like I said, page of wands, right here. You gave it a pass before. You were afraid. You were afraid you were being silly. You look silly. You were being stupid. I get it. I just wanted to pull on the fear. Bridging energy is the Six of Pentacles. I'm not going to bother pulling it out yet because you were afraid to give to it. You were afraid to give. Okay. You thought you'd lose. Okay. I don't know if you don't care anymore or it's just a perspective change. I've given you a perspective change on asking people out. Right? It doesn't matter what they say. You're not going out with them right now. If they say yes, great. If they say no, you're still not going out. You're right back where you were. But you conquered a fear. Channel that energy. Don't channel that, oh, they said no, oh no. Channel the fear-conquering energy and you'll ask more people out. You'll realize it's a fucking numbers game. You'll be banging every night. You'll be booked. All right? Trust me, I did it. It's a numbers game. You want to go out sometime? That's it. That's all you got to say. We go grab a drink? Whatever. Just be cool. Don't care about the outcome. Who cares? Yes? No? What do I give a shit? Here we go. The world. Hey, at least I look back with no regrets. I had my fun. If you're one of my younger viewers, you don't want to be in your 40s, early 50s, early 60s, early 70s, looking back and going, I played it safe. Don't play it too safe. Don't be stupid, but have your fun. Trust me, there's plenty of times, plenty of aches and pains and times to be sitting around longing for the old days later. You might as well long with a smile. All right? Tell me about the world. Why is it here? Tell me about this new cycle, this new you that's all of a sudden breaking down walls. It's the Nine of Wands. Nines are the end in tarot. Look at you breaking down walls. What's on top? The Chariot. Tying the wall to the back of the chariot and ripping it down. All right, why is that here? The Six of Cups. Be careful of that. Yeah, there's the bridge. You might find yourself, you might fall into the trap. And I was wondering why the Eight Swords was there. I saved it to show you later. I knew I'd find out. Be careful. You might fall into the trap, even if you take everything I say and you got your thing there and you're like, yep, I changed my life. I'm charging through. I'm tearing down walls. You might run into a little bit of a wall left over by beating yourself up for not doing this in the past. Don't. And I'm going to tell you why. The energy was wrong in the past. It wasn't right. The energy has to be right for anything to happen. The energy is just right now. It's just right for you to conquer this fear. It's life-changing. Don't get jammed up going, whoa, oh boy, if I'd have only done this years ago. Don't. The energy probably wasn't there. You know, I mean, I'm telling you that there is a chance the energy was there and you were just a big pussy. Yeah, that's fine. It is possible. But I'm giving you something else to pull in, some other energy to focus on. The energy wasn't there. For most of you, the energy just wasn't there. It wasn't available. You were wise to walk away before. You're not wise to walk away now. All right? Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. We'll pull these out of here. By the way, underneath all those, the universe predicted this. There's a 9 wands. So I tell you what, that's why I love tarot. It's awesome. Losing my voice. There's too much fucking pollen. That damn honeysuckle bush out back that I talk about in my neighbor's yard, man, every year. It's coming in early this year because it's warm here. It's like 80 today. It's like summer come early. Fucking hell. Fucking pollen. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. One card, the crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? Anything? 8 swords at the bottom. Well, good. I'm glad it just doesn't want to repeat this shit. It wants to talk about that. This will jam you up. Oh, why didn't I do this before? Don't focus on that. Focus on this new. Well, what else can I do? Right? Focus on that. Chariot. That's what I just said. I read the energy first and I throw the cards. That's what I just said. It wants to reinforce this. And I can understand why. It's not just me that knows human nature. It's not just psychologists that know human nature. It's not just sociologists that know societal behaviors and human nature. It's the energy too. It's the fickle old gal universe. So that's it. Pay attention to what I said here and here. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.